Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine with a 7-card spread. This is part 2 on Madison Bell, the young girl that disappeared from Ohio. She was on her way to a tanning session and they found her car outside in the parking lot. And they believe that she's been abducted. But before I start this reading, there's a few things I want to say. First, this video is not made for kids. If you're under the age of 18, please click off now. Also, second, this information comes strictly from these cards that I'm about to tell you. They come from my spirit guides and my own psychic abilities. I am a psychic tarot card reader. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm a psychic tarot card reader. I was born with psychic abilities. I've been doing this for more than 30 plus years, okay? I've never had one person tell me I was wrong. Out of the thousands of people I have read for, I've never had one person tell me I was wrong, okay? But I do, since I am on since I am on YouTube, I do have to use the fair use because I am talking about someone else and I don't want to, get sued for anything that I'm saying. So I have to put the word allegedly in front of this, which I hate doing because all my information always is true. It does not come from news sources or other sources. It comes strictly from the cards that I'm reading and from my spirit guides that talk to me. I can actually hear them and then what they make me see or feel. It does not reflect on my own personal thoughts and feelings about the situation. Also, the cards do make me feel stuff, and I will say I am feeling this or that, but it means that the cards or the spirit guides are making me feel stuff. I'm picking up the energy of whoever I'm reading, okay? So, this honestly does not look good, okay? So, I was asked to do a part 2, which I was already going to do. But I was contacted by a few people and I was asked to do a part 2, so I'm going to do it now. And I do shuffle a lot. I do a ritual before I shuffle, and then I shuffle a whole lot. So that's why I don't show the shuffling, because it's about 20 minutes long. I don't have that kind of space on my phone. I am using my phone to record this. Let's get started with the first one. This is the 5 of Cups. So I feel like this is the family representing, because this is an emotional loss card. So I feel like this is the family grieving, especially the mother. You see how she's hanging her head looking at the cups that have spilt. Okay, she can't cross over to the land of happiness because she is grieving. Okay, so with this card comes a lot of experiencing grief, loss, heartache. I'm hearing emotional pain, sorrow, lots of sorrow, loss. I keep hearing loss. Yeah, the end of a relationship that she once knew, so that pertains to her daughter. Broken dreams, regrets, anything that's like that. This is what this card represents. I am also hearing that she will be flooded with emails. People saying that they saw the girl here or there, or that this and that happened to her. A lot of fake people will come up and say things that aren't true. So she won't know what to do. She'll be kind of lost, don't know what to believe, and it'll just keep going around and around like that. Okay, so next, I did ask the cards, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Okay, so in my first reading, it showed that she was locked up, that she indeed did get kidnapped by either a stranger, because they had 2 scenarios, by either a stranger or someone that she met online, but I'm going with the second scenario, which is the one I believe, which was a stranger that abducted her and kind of tricked her into getting into the car. And then at gunpoint, they kidnapped her. There was a card that had popped up in the first reading, which was the 9 of Swords, which represents depression and crying, and where she was literally locked up in a dark room. Okay, again, this represents the same thing. This is the 8 of Swords. This is fear, the fear card. She suffers tremendous fear. She is was bound. I'm going to use the word was, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Blindfolded, bound, and imprisoned, and her back is turned to her home. Why? Because she's no longer in Ohio. They took her away from Ohio. She's far from Ohio. And they had her locked up in a room. bound like this, and she experienced lots of fear, and you see her feet are on the water. That also represents no balance, lost. She was lost, couldn't find her balance, experiencing a tremendous amount of fear. Okay, so next I asked the cards if she's alive or dead. I can barely speak, y'all. I can barely speak because I'm picking up her energy and I am literally choking with these cards. I asked if she was alive or dead, and I got the death card. Okay, the death card doesn't necessarily mean that you have passed away, because this is also a transformation card. It depends on what question you ask, what position it falls on, and who you're asking about. But in this case, I asked if she was alive or dead. Yesterday, the cards show me that she wasn't, and I'm afraid to say today I believe that she might be, only because it falls under the Ten of Swords, which is the end, an ending, the end of a karmic cycle. This represents the same thing, an end, and they're together. So if she was alive yesterday, I'm afraid to say that she might not be alive today. This is alleged, people, alleged. It comes from the cards, okay? So it may not be true, but like I said, I've never been wrong. I'm a psychic tarot card reader, and I've never been wrong. I can barely breathe. I'm feeling the energy from these cards, and I'm having a hard time breathing. So, yeah, I got to get through this quick. So, again, that's what I see in the cards, okay? Now we have the Two of Wands. So this is people waiting to hear news from her. This is literally the waiting card. You see the world in the hand of this person. So that's how everybody is. They're looking out to the world, waiting to hear news of her. Basically the whole community, her whole world, everyone that was involved in her world is waiting to hear news from her. I can barely breathe, y'all. So this is the King of Swords. I'm going to try to get through this quick because I can't stand this energy too long. It's affecting me. Okay, so this is the King of Swords. This represents authority. And you see birds in the background. That always represents news coming in. So the authority people are looking for her. And I do believe that eventually they will find out what happened, because the birds always bring in the news. This is counsel. This is authority, ability to find news or advice. This represents a judge or government dealings with that kind of stuff. Yeah, I see information coming in. A lot of information coming in. So again, we have the Ten of Swords. This is the worst card that you could possibly get when you ask about death, and it's right underneath the death card. This is the end of a karmic cycle, that a life no longer is there, that the former life that was once is now gone. It's over. It has ended. Don't like to report this kind of news, but this is what the tarot cards are saying. This is what I am feeling, the energy from this. Again, it could be, I don't even know how to explain this. I'm feeling a tremendous amount of pressure. I feel that whoever had her might have already done away with her, and she has expired. Okay, this is alleged, people, alleged, okay? Until we can get news and confirm it, I'm saying this is alleged. Lord, we have the Tower, and we all know that the Tower is an unexpected event. This, in the other reading I had, she had this, and then now we have this at the end, because I feel like the Tower came in the end because when people finally find her and they find her body, then it's going to be another unexpected event, because they expect to find her alive. Okay, and if they don't find her alive, it's going to create this another Tower effect for the family and everyone that is concerned. It's going to be a huge shock, a huge loss, a huge unexpected event for whoever is concerned about her, which creates a Tower effect. The lightning bolt strikes, the people are unaware that it's going to strike, and it blows up. So it's going to be news that blows up, is what I'm hearing. it's going to be terrible, horrible news that blows up. I'm praying to God that my cards are wrong. I'm praying that they find her alive. But I do feel like yesterday when I did the reading on her, she was alive. She was or is locked up in a room like this. Like the other card I had, Nine of Swords. It was depression, crying. She's bound, was bound like this here, far away from her home. They took her away from her home. See, the home is way in the background and she's away from it. So I do feel like they traveled west of the country. I can't say what state they took her to, but I do feel they traveled west she was in a remote area, in a room where they kept the lights low and dark. I feel like she was bound not only in her eyes, but in her mouth, maybe tape over her mouth where she could not scream or speak, and her arms were bound behind her back. Maybe they had handcuffs on her or just tied to where she couldn't move her hands and scream out for help. I do know for a fact by my spirit guides that she was abducted. 2 scenarios, someone that she might have met on the internet, and I don't believe that scenario, but it kept coming up in the cards. But there was 2 scenarios. I believe the one that she was abducted by a stranger. And I don't think it was someone that already knew her. I kind of think that it was someone that took her randomly. Just some psychopath that just happened to be crossing that path and took her randomly. And I feel like this person has done it before to other people. And he's just a psychopath. And it is a male figure that took her. It's not a female. Okay? That's all I'm going to say for now. This news here is not very good. I am going to say it's alleged. It's alleged until it can be confirmed. But when it's confirmed, you come back and watch this video. Okay? Like I said, I've been a tarot card reader for more than 30 plus years. I've never been wrong. I've never had, out of the countless thousands of people that I have read for, there hasn't been one ever to tell me that I was wrong. In fact, I've had many to tell me that I was correct. I had a woman that asked me if her son was alive or dead. I'm not going to say her name because I'm not allowed to do that. But I pulled 1 card. She said he had been missing for a couple of weeks. I pulled 1 card and it showed that he had passed. And then she called me and told me that they did find his body. So she confirmed that I was correct and he did indeed pass. And I pray for her every day because I feel so bad that I had to deliver that news to her. And I hope she's not getting mad because I know she watches my videos, that I said this, but I won't not disclose her name or who she is. Okay, I'm going to end it here. And of course, there will be a part 3 because this is going to hit national news, which it probably already has. I don't watch the news or video clips beforehand because I don't want my cards or spirit guides to get the information twisted by what I've already seen, so I don't watch that. I watch it after I've done the readings and the case is closed. Then I go back and watch it and compare it to what I have read. All right. This is it for now, y'all. Thanks for watching. This is my channel, guys. Please don't copy any of my videos. And I'm going to say to the other tarot card readers that come on here, please stop trying to promote your page in my comments, okay? Because I get a lot of that. Oh, I'm a tarot card reader too, and da-da-da-da-da. I don't want to hear any of that, okay? If you're a tarot card reader, go do your own reading on your own page. Don't promote it on my page. My page is for my subscribers who want to comment on this video, period. It doesn't mean you get to come on here in the comments and put your information or about your channel or commercials or whatever. I get a lot of that junk. All those get deleted, okay? Because that's not what the comment section is for. It's to comment on my video, not yours, all right? Get that straight now. This is it for now. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.